Hi everyone, I wanted to give you an update on my surgery. It is tomorrow and I have to be there at 7:30 in the morning, and I think it's either at 9:30 or 10:30. I don't remember, but I have to be there at 7:30. The biggest problem I'm going to have is not being able to drink anything because I carry water around with me everywhere I go, and I have to have it. Not regular water, I have to have Propel lemon water. It's got electrolytes but no calories and no carbs or anything in it, and it tastes so good. It's just got a very light taste to it. Anyway, I love it and I drink it all the time. So that's going to be probably my biggest problem. Also, well, my blood sugar needs to be carefully monitored tonight to get it adjusted, the medication, everything correct. And then tomorrow, they're going to do the right wrist and the right elbow consecutively, but yeah, at the same time. And kind of apprehensive about it because about the horrible experience that was this right hand, and I'm sure I put that in another long drawn out video. So you don't have to watch it here, but I got post-traumatic stress from this one because of the scar that's running parallel to this. I can't see myself. There's the surgery scar right there. It went like that. This scar, when I was 5, of course, it went all the way around my thumb, and my thumb was hanging on by about ½ an inch. And I was within 2 minutes of bleeding out. So there's that. And the bandage was the same, and the pain was the same. I mean, and so it just brought all those memories of coming so close to dying back. And I'm going to have, I go to the eye surgeon next Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember which day it is. And you have to go a week before your surgery on your eyes because they want to give you 3 types of medicines. And I don't know, you have to get all this all straight before you can have the surgery. So I found out last week I was going to have surgery on the right eye, then a week later on the left eye. And so there's not going to be, can't wear eye makeup for, probably a month because you can't wear it after the surgeries and all that. So it's a thing. So I figure if I'm going to take you all along with me on this, you're just gonna have to see my 55-year-old face with no makeup. And I don't have any makeup on right now except for some Neutrogena lip nourishing balm or whatever. And this is my face. I've got a little bump right here and it hurts, but I think it's from my glasses being like that. But look, this is no makeup. 55 years old. If you want to know the secret, I'll tell you in another video about how I did it. So it's just going to be a month of surgeries. Now I do have a lot of content planned. You just wait till I come back. I have got beauty products that I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about something that beauty gurus are doing that makes them look like total idiots. And I want to do some review of some products. I've kind of changed my mind about is the expensive products worth it? And my conclusion is yes, they are. So we'll talk about that. I've got a lot of that. I've got a lot of art things I've been working on, coloring. I'm just up in my game a lot with where that's concerned. So, and I want to talk about some behavioral health because that's my love, my education and experiences in that. And there are a lot of topics I want to talk about. you know, maybe some famous figures that had mental illness, and maybe talk about specific types of mental illness, like what's the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. There is a difference, but a lot of people use that word interchangeably, so it won't be a lot of technical talk, but it will be, you know, just me and you talking. So I got that planned. Plus, I want to take you around Huntsville. Huntsville, I grew up in Washington, D.C., and, you know, you go to the Smithsonian, just walk across the street and get on the bus. The Washington Monument was the backdrop. I mean, every time we pulled into our driveway, the Washington Monument, I mean, it was just there. That's how I grew up. But I've lived here since we got married, and I've been married since we got married as teenagers, and I've been here 35 years. And Huntsville has lower houses are reasonable. Our house cost, I think, $120,000, and it's, you know, it's a nice house. It needs some repairs, but it's a nice house. I did talk to a lady in the neighborhood. She's going to come and help me clean, and, you know, because I haven't been able to do that in years, and I've asked her if she could help me organize. I would kind of, you know, I would sit with her and tell her, but I just won't be able to do the actual stuff. And so we met yesterday, and we had a really good talk, and I really liked her, and I hope she liked me too. So she's gonna come, and it's like January a year ago, my mind is cluttered with a bunch of surgeries and health and all of that, pain, and that's been cluttered. Everything's been, my house is cluttered because I can't clean it. You know, I need to organize it. I've got everything, and you can't see my vanity, but that's another thing we're gonna clean up. Donate some, and then some things that I haven't opened, I'm gonna be putting on giveaways. And then if the girl that's coming, if she wants anything for her and her children, you know, give that to them. So anyway, I've got that going. But Huntsville is fascinating. There's a place where you go down a main road, and when you turn to go up on the road to go out to the Marshall Space Flight Center, there is the shopping center, and in the corner of the shopping center, it's got stones around it, little stone, you know, 3 or 4 high, and it's got slave graves in it. And, you know, all the new people that have come for I work for a defense contractor here. You know, my husband works as a subcontractor to NASA. So, you know, it's a really high-tech place. A lot of engineers, a lot of just what you would find, you know, in Silicon Valley and Washington, D.C., the suburbs. I mean, it's the same thing here. So we've got a lot of things, you know, right in the area that I want to share with you. And one is our history is just incredible, and I found a lot of it online where they've told stories throughout the years. I want to show you the mausoleum where there's a lady that's supposed to be sitting in her wedding dress and rocking in a chair. And if you knock 3 times on the mausoleum, she's supposed to say something. I can't remember what she's supposed to say, but you can hear her rocking. In fact, they made it illegal for you to knock on the mausoleum. But I found out who she is and why they think she's buried in her wedding dress. And what they do is, in October, they have people dressed in period costumes, because we have everybody there from, you know, the 1600s or early 1700s all the way, you know, to now. We have a section for Civil War soldiers. We have what's called a haunted children's playground, and paranormal people come to do ghost box sessions, and I want to show you where that playground is, next to the cemetery. But anyway, people come and they they dress up in period costumes and they're beside the grave of the person they're telling you about. So I've always wanted to do that, but I just couldn't walk it. But we did get a wheelchair, and so you're going to see me do some of these things, and I'm going to be in a wheelchair while I do it. And I want to take you to some of those places around here that, you know, we've been here for 35 years, and that, you know, we've learned a lot of history through the years about here, and I want to show that to you. So I do have a lot of content coming up, and I do want you to stay with me. I also bought an iPad last week. Randy Smarty Pants let me get one, and it's got some amazing software. One of the things I really want to learn is iMovie, so I can do better quality, you know, videos from the footage. It also has, they call it an Apple Pen, and you can use it. There's programs that you can draw, and it's very sensitive to the way you tilt it. You can shade, you can color. I've seen some amazing artwork that people have done with that, with the Apple Pencil and the apps, you know, for it that you can get. So I was really interested in that. And then I got, it also has voice dictation programs. Now, of course, it's got Siri on there, and she can have a little attitude, because I was asking her questions the other day, and I said, well, I can't do blah, blah, blah. And she came back and she said, well, I never said you could. I thought, and then I got to the point where I was asking so many different questions. I thought, well, she's getting irritated with me. I better quit asking questions for a while, like she was a real person. So anyway, there's voice dictation software, and I'm gonna have to find out where it is, or if it's an app I have to get. So those are two things that I've got to do. And, you know, I'd like to show you the iPad and the different things that I can do with it once I figure it out. So that's where we stand right now. I'm going to try to take you with me and film or video some of the stuff at the surgery center. And we'll see how I wake up tomorrow. Because if I wake up tomorrow and I'm in the you know, double the pain like of just this because of the elbow, and I'm gonna be mad, and you're gonna see me pitch a really good fit. So, and I can do that. I have no problems doing it. In fact, but I'm just as likely to go tell somebody how well I thought they did. For instance, right after they told me about having to have all these surgeries, we went to a Mexican restaurant, and I had been crying in the car, and there was a woman that went in the restaurant before I did. He dropped me off on the curb, and she purposely kept the door open. I mean, she was doing it, and it wasn't just, I mean, she was doing it on purpose, if that makes any sense. I hate when people say that, but you know, in that case, it's true. And so I was so moved that she showed me that extra kindness, that when she sat down, I went over to her and I said, you know, I just found out some bad news and I've been crying. And when you showed me that kindness, it really warmed my heart, or something to that effect. And by then, Smarty Pants had come into the restaurant, and he said, "What are you doing, running from air?" Because you know, then I told him, you know, what I was telling her, and she was really happy, you know, that I told her. So anyway, but I'm just as likely to pitch a fit, you know, if need be. So I don't know if y'all knew that about me, but that's the truth. Okay, I guess I've rambled long enough. I filmed or videoed this a few minutes ago, and I was telling you about the hard part was not going to be able to drink the water. And then the surgery place called me and said, This is a reminder, don't eat or drink. And I thought, well, I already knew it. I was already telling them about it. But anyway, so this is the second time. All right, everybody, I guess the next time you see me will be after surgery. All right, thank you for hanging with me, and please stay with me. I'm going to redo this. I'm going to breathe life back into this channel, and you're going to watch me do it. Okay. All right, everybody. See you in the next one.